Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving deep into the world of South Korean plastic surgery. And let me tell you, it's a place where getting a new face isn't just about personal desire. It's often seen as a straight-up requirement for getting ahead in life.
And here at We Are False, that's what we're all about. Looking at the scripts society writes for us and asking, wait a minute, is that true? And boy, does today's topic deliver on that. It's a cultural script with some seriously profound consequences.
So to kick things off, I've got a question for you. Picture it. You're graduating high school. What kind of gift do you expect? Maybe a car? A trip with your friends? Well, in South Korea, one of the most common gifts is something a little different. Any guesses? That's right, a trip to the plastic surgeon. And often, the go-to procedure is double eyelid surgery. It's so common, it's seen less as a major operation and more like a simple touch-up. For a lot of young people, it's really just the first step on a path to what they hope is a better future. And you might be thinking this is a fringe thing, but no. The numbers are absolutely staggering. Get this, it's estimated that 1 out of every 3 women in Seoul between 19 and 29 has had some kind of cosmetic procedure. 1 in 3. To put that in perspective, if we zoom out and look at the whole planet, South Korea has the highest rate of cosmetic procedures per capita in the entire world. This isn't just some passing trend. It is deeply, deeply woven into the social fabric. But here's the thing. The goal isn't just looking better. It's about achieving a very, very specific look, a kind of uniform ideal that some people call the K-face. And this blueprint is super detailed. We're talking a small V-shaped jawline, big, wide, doe-like eyes, which is where that double eyelid surgery comes in, a high nose bridge, and that perfect, dewy glass skin. The whole look is designed to project this image of youth, innocence, and just perfection. And who are the poster children for this ideal? Well, K-pop idols, of course. With their seemingly perfect features, they're basically walking, talking billboards for a standard of beauty that's pretty much unattainable for the average person. The pressure is immense.
Okay, but this is where the story goes beyond just beauty standards. In South Korea's hyper-competitive society, your appearance isn't just your appearance. It's treated like another line item on your resume.
This idea is so common that it actually has a name, Oimo Sopek, that literally means face spec, like a job specification. It formalizes this idea that your physical appearance is a crucial part of your professional qualifications. Wild, right?
And this isn't just a hunch people have. The data really backs this up. A huge 75%, 3 out of 4 South Korean job seekers, believe their appearance is a legitimate spec for getting hired. It's a perceived reality of the job market.
And when you consider that a lot of companies actually require you to submit a headshot with your job application, it starts to make a kind of brutal sense. Your face is literally the first thing a recruiter sees. So in that context, surgery doesn't feel like vanity. It feels like a smart, strategic investment to get an edge on the competition.
Now, as you can imagine, this incredible demand has created a multi-billion-dollar industry. But with that kind of explosive growth comes a dark side. There are some very real dangers hiding just beneath that glossy surface of perfection.
The heart of this whole industry is the beauty belt in Seoul's famous Gangnam district. We're talking hundreds of clinics all packed together. And all that fierce competition has led to some pretty dangerous shortcuts, creating what people call factory hospitals that just churn through patients. You see these stark warnings passed around online, like this one from a Reddit user. It's just chilling. It's a warning from one person to another saying, hey, if a clinic is treating people like they're on a conveyor belt, get out of there.
But maybe the most terrifying practice of all is the rise of ghost doctors. This is a truly horrifying bait and switch. You meet with a famous, well-respected surgeon. You build trust. But then, once you're unconscious under anesthesia, they swap in a less experienced, sometimes even unlicensed doctor to do the actual surgery.
And to give you a sense of the horrifying scale of this problem, one estimate suggests there were as many as 100,000 victims of these ghost doctors in just 6 years. 100,000. It's almost impossible to wrap your mind around that number.
But whenever you have this kind of intense pressure, you eventually get pushback. And that's exactly what's happening now. A powerful counter-movement, a rebellion against these rigid standards, is starting to grow.
It's a movement called Escape the Corset, or Talkolyuset. And the corset here is a metaphor, right?
It symbolizes all the restrictive beauty rules and the incredible amount of labor that society expects from women just to look a certain way.
And the way they protest is incredibly visual. You see the contrast right here. On one side, the corset, the makeup, the long hair, the clothes, and on the other, the escape, a bare face, short hair, and comfortable, baggy clothes. It's a protest you can see.
And these women are making very public, symbolic statements. They're posting videos online of themselves smashing their makeup palettes, cutting off their hair, throwing out their old clothes. It's basically a declaration of freedom, a strike against the pressure to be beautiful.
So what all this means is that South Korea is really at a cultural crossroads. It's caught in this incredible tug of war between a powerful history of conformity and this new defiant call for change.
And that really leaves us with a huge question, one that goes way beyond South Korea. Is beauty really a personal choice? Or is it just a script that society hands us, a role we feel pressured to play? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.